And there we go, everyone. We are back again for another fantastic conversation on Friday Night Counter Attack. We're here, we're rocking and we're rolling, and we're here with another Euro 2024 preview. And we are going across the channel from England all the way to France. Yes, we're going to France, who are the favourites for the European Championships. They have some of the best players in European football, in world football. They have one of the best managers in international football in Didier Deschamps. So what more could you possibly learn about the French international team coming up to the Euros? Well, there's not much more I can teach you, so I've had to get someone who is an expert on French football to join us today. So none other than Marion Aydalot. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Oh, no, you pronounce perfectly.
C'est,
Perfect.
c'est magnifique. I love it. It's fantastic.
Merci. Merci.
Marion, thank you very much for joining us today on our
Thank
conversation.
you.
Marion will be telling us all about the things that we don't know about French football. And Marion, just before we get into our conversation, why don't you tell the audience and our listeners what you do for a living, how long you've been following French football, and a bit more about yourself, if that's okay.
I am a French journalist and I work for TV and radio in France and a radio specialist about football. And it's my life and it's rare for a woman here in France, but with time, many young girls love it. And yes, my specialty in my job it's football
You're basically
since
like
long time.
you're like the female version of me, basically, just a football mad, football talking about on the radio, on audio. It's fantastic. And I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
hearing more about
yeah,
it from your side as well, which is brilliant.
yeah.
So I don't know why my camera got out of focus. I was just really happy to see that we've got another very passionate person about football on today. I'm ready for this one. Let's get straight into it. I'm going to give you a tricky question, first of all, Marion. It's
Okay.
personal to you. So name me your top five French footballers of all time.
Of all time, Zinedine Zidane,
Zizou.
Thierry Henry, of course. um, Kylian Mbappe, because he's great. I think I loved Lilian Thuram.
Ooh, Thuram, right back.
Thuram,
Do you think
yeah.
his son, Marcus Thuram, could eclipse what he
Marcus
does?
Thuram, absolutely, and Ephraim Thuram too, but he's not very famous. He
Not
was in
yet.
Nice, you know. I'm sorry, yeah, not yet. We will see.
We will see.
And to finish, I think it would be a player like Trezeguet,
Ooh,
maybe,
I like
or
Xavi Trezeguet.
yeah, yeah.
Anelka was very good. Ludovic Joly, good player. Franck Ribéry,
Absolutely. Franck
Karim
Ribéry with
Benzema.
Bayern. Karim Benzema, of course. Yeah.
So many good players from France, and there's going
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
more amazing players coming through the French national team. You got some young players like Bradley Barcola coming through. Warren Zaire Emery, fantastic players. Lenny Yoro, he's not in the national team, but is very, very good, and he may go to the Olympics as well for
Well,
France.
you know French football better than French.
I try. It's one of the biggest
Yeah.
nations in football, so I've got to learn a lot about it as well. So,
Well,
um,
congratulations. But you know, I have the same. I'm very passionate about English football because it's the best in the world, and Premier League is an example for the world. You know, so I love English football,
No, that's
British
fantastic.
football.
British football. I mean, one of your most famous pictures on Instagram is you meeting an English hero in David Beckham. So
Yeah, with the
it,
David Beckham, of course.
it makes sense. You mean what you mean? I mean when David Beckham met you, basically, Marion. So he met you in
Yeah.
Monaco, which is fantastic. But let's get straight into it. Let's talk a bit more about how you're feeling as a French journalist, a French radio presenter, and also as a French fan as well. Are you excited for the Euros? Are you excited to see this national team, especially after having the highs of 2018 in the World Cup, the really good tournament in Qatar in 2022? And then you had that really big misstep with Kylian Mbappe's penalty saved against Switzerland. Are you confident? Are the fans confident? What do you think, Mario?
We are not very confident in France, actually. We think it's the time for England to prove we are the best.
You're just putting the
You are the
pressure,
best.
you're putting the pressure back onto us now. We can't take pressure at all. You saw Harry Kane's penalty
But
versus France. It went over the bar. Didn't go into the
it's true.
net. Oh, we can't
No,
take pressure at all.
no, we don't. We know our team is good. Of course, it's good, but you know, the last time we had a middle with Blaise Matuidi, Paul Pogba, and N'Golo Kante. It's over now. We have N'Golo Kante, but now he plays in Saudi. So we are not very confident about middle. We are not very confident about defense because it's over for Varane and Samuel Umtiti. So now it's Upamecano. It's not the same, you know. Lucas Hernandez has problem, and it's not possible for this Euro. No, we are confident about Griezmann and about Mbappe, but you know it's not enough, you know, to imagine to win the Euro. We think it will be okay for the group,
Yes.
but after, you know, it will be very harsh because we think Portugal is better, we think England is better, and we think Germany is better. So it's we are not very optimistic. We think the best of France was the past, but we will see.
We will see, because I'm shocked just hearing that, because I was talking to one of my friends last week on our show in our studio, and he was saying whoever France get injured, they can have a ready-made replacement. So we're talking about how there's no Rafa Varane anymore, but William Saliba has been incredible in the Premier League for Arsenal this season, but Didier Deschamps doesn't want to start him. We're looking at Camavinga, who's coming into the side for the French national
True,
team.
it's
And
true,
you've
it's
got
true.
Adrien Rabiot, who's been good at Juventus, but their team hasn't been great this season. But he's always been very good for the national team. And then, of course, you've got Kylian Mbappe. And Kylian Mbappe, he is amazing. And then you've got some very good players next to him. So it's about how do you get the best out of Giroud, out of Marcus Thuram? Does he start on the bench, Marcus Thuram? So we, from our point of view, we're still scared of France. We think France are going to be a very big threat in this tournament. And for me personally, I think you've got so many talented players. It's just about if Didier Deschamps gets the right formula correct for me. Because what he did in that World Cup final when Griezmann came off and Giroud came off and you had Mbappe, Kolo Muani, Thuram, that was incredible to see. And then you're looking at it then thinking, well, actually, your midfield is inexperienced in defense because you've got their Emery, you've got Fofana, you've got Chouameni, and you've got Camavinga, but they're all really good players for their clubs. It's just about if they can bring it to international football. Like you said about Matuidi, Pogba, Kante, incredible midfield three, iconic midfield three. It's just about how we can see that work. Do you think that will work with the new young players coming through from your side? What do you think, Mario?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, and it's my little problems in defense. It's my problem because in defense it's good. Of course, it's good, but it's not sure. It's not like a big door. You know, I don't know if you understand me, but
Yes.
it's not in in the past. You know, it was. Varane from Real and Umtiti from Barcelona, and the big Barcelona and a beautiful Real. So it was not sure, but it was very we were confident. Now it's a boy like Upamecano or a boy like Fofana or it's good, of course, it's good youngs, but to win a World Cup or a Euro, it's not good youngs, boys. We need the best, you know, and it's a little bit
Always.
like and you know, Euro for me is the best players in the world, you know, except Argentina and Brazil, but you know, the best players are in Europe. So the level is very high. So it's great to have young players, and France is famous for that. But I'm scary. I'm a little bit scary because I'm scary it's not enough.
No, that's
Maybe
understandable.
maybe for quarterfinal, yes, for but to win, it's another thing.
I've got my little calendar just over here. So you said quarterfinal. Quarterfinal.
Quarterfinal.
Very easy. Very, very easy. It's normal for France, I would say, to get to the
Yeah, I
quarterfinal.
think it would be okay. But no, in France we are not confident, and my friends and we are more modest than the world imagine in France. We know we are not very. We are pessimistic a little bit.
I understand that. That makes complete sense to me. Marion is being very humble. So then when July comes and she's in the final against Germany or Spain, she's like, I told everyone, I knew that France were going to win again. Viva la France. And I'm like, oh my God,
Thank you, thank you.
England get knocked out in the group
No, but
stages. Oh no.
England is an incredible group with Phil Foden, with Rashford, with
There's no Rashford
uh,
this summer, unfortunately.
yeah, it's true. Sorry,
I'm a
and
Manchester United fan, so that just hurt me all over again. He can rest
and
this summer.
uh,
He can rest.
and why not Harry Kane? You know, and no, it's an incredible team, England. I think Germany is great now, and it's them home, and Portugal with a good middle, good defense. Ronaldo, I don't know. We will see.
We
We
will
will
see.
see.
I'm
We
looking
will
forward to
see.
that.
But the group of France is relatively easy, you know, because Netherlands, Austria, Netherlands. No, it's a little bit difficult, but it's not the biggest Netherlands of the history. But
Yes.
it's it's not easy, but it's okay.
Still a challenge, yes, because for me,
Yeah.
I think Austria will finish second in this group and Netherlands will finish third because I think
Oh,
Austria have got really good, talented team around them as well. They've been
it's true.
very good. I went to watch
It's true.
Austria in Sweden in September and they
Mhm.
played really, really good football. I know it is against Sweden, no disrespect to our Swedish listeners, of course, but Austria played really, really fun, energetic football and they think they beat Germany as well this season. So it goes to show that they're also a team that a lot of people are not really looking at. But I think it could be France, Austria, then Netherlands, and then
Yeah.
Poland, of course. But with all these players that you've got in the group, you've got Robert Lewandowski from Poland, you've got Marcel Sabitzer, who is in the Champions League final, who's going
Yeah.
to play for Austria. Netherlands, you've got Xavi Simons, Memphis Depay, Virgil van Dijk. From
Hmm.
France, besides Kylian Mbappe, what players are you looking forward to watching at Euro 2024 for France?
I am sorry because I'm a little froggy girl, you know, and in France we don't know good English, you know that. So
Mm,
your favorite froggy girl doesn't understand your question. I'm sorry. Slowly
that's
for
okay.
me, please.
I'll do it slow. Name me three players from the French national team that
Hmm.
you are looking forward to watching at Euro 2024. That is
Ah,
not Kylian Mbappe. Three more players.
Griezmann.
Griezmann, Grisou. Oh, I love Grisou.
Yeah. Giroud
Giroud,
for the end of his career, and Camavinga.
Camavinga, Cama. I love him. He's
Yeah,
fantastic. He
yeah,
nearly scored yesterday as well in the Champions League final,
yeah,
which was
yeah.
incredible.
Incredible, incredible.
Where do you want to see Griezmann play in this team? Because at the World Cup, he was in midfield and he was fantastic. He ran the show. That's why I called him Grisou, playing like Zinedine Zidane, but with different hair, of course, as well. Where do you think Griezmann works best? Does he play better in midfield or as an attacker for you?
He's good in two he's good in middle offensive middle, and he's
Yes,
very good in attack too, and it's possible for Didier Deschamps to uh, to 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 play
rotate.
Griezmann. You understand? Yeah,
Yeah,
Griezmann is the I think um, the player the most important for Didier Deschamps.
absolutely.
In of course in football, but psychologically too. You know, he's a good warrior. You know, and he's very easy to live, and it's important during 1 month. You know, psychologically to have players. Uh, Nice players if I because Didier Deschamps has a phobia. It's the a team of France in 20 in South Africa. Do you remember this
Yes,
scandal with the France? And it's a phobia of Didier Deschamps. So Griezmann, good or not good, he's in a French team because he's not the captain, but he's very easily to live, and it's
absolutely.
possible to absolutely, and it's possible to have him in many possibilities, you know, for Schema, the game of Schema, you understand?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
It's schéma de jeu in French, but I don't know if it's um
Il connecte l'équipe.
absolutely, and it's
Yeah,
easy. And Deschamps is not a slave of 4-4-3 or 4-2-3-1, or it's impossible. It's easy for Griezmann to play in a many combinations.
Deschamps est fluide avec la tactique. Tactique.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolument.
There's
Fluide avec la tactique.
si, si, si. Oui. Yeah, Didier Deschamps is fluid with his tactics, just like you said as well, in a
It's
very
my first interview in English,
no
so to
way.
talk in English, it's the first time. So I'm not sure to be understandable, but I'm sure you understand the idea.
I understand everything perfectly. I think for me it's just like I just need to learn more French so I can speak French. I should have I
Okay.
should I should have learned more in school. I didn't really trust my French teacher. I thought he was just some random guy looking to teach us French to get a job. So
Yeah.
now I've got to get more lessons with French, which will be good fun as well. But speaking of Didier Deschamps, has he been the greatest French manager of all time for you? Because he's won the World Cup. He's been taking you to final after final. He's won the World Cup as a player, of course, as well as the captain in 1998. What happens when Didier Deschamps eventually leaves the French national team? Do you think you will get someone stronger as a coach? What do you think, Mario?
I think he's the best. I think in history, because Zidane were in Real Madrid, and we know now it's not easy Real Madrid, but for Mourinho, for Ancelotti, for Zidane, it's it's a big boat, and it's
Yes.
easy to coach Real Madrid. Zidane is very good too. Arsene Wenger was great in Arsenal, but I think Deschamps is the best because he has no he has emotions, but not too much. It's perfect for a manager. He is a good trainer, uh, pure football, and an incredible manager. He loves. He's he's a little bit Italian.
Oh,
It's
what do
he
you
loves
mean by that?
yeah, he loves catenaccio. He loves. It's not very beautiful to see. It's not
Yes.
beautiful to. Yeah, it's
He
very
cares
Italian.
he cares about lifting the trophy more than entertaining the fans, basically. He wants to walk home
Abs-
with the medals.
the most important for him, it's the results. It's not the way, the beautiful play. No, he doesn't care about it. So I like it. It's not very aesthetic, but it's very Italian, and I like.
That's good to hear. Ila de grande adedas tres calma. I said that in
Très
Spanish.
calme.
I said it in
No,
I
no,
said
no, it's okay. It's
I
okay.
was
It's near Spanish and French, so il est très
I
calme.
just came back from Spain. I came back from Barcelona a couple of weeks ago, so I was speaking Spanish, but my French is no longer my French is awful. So I basically said Didier Deschamps has high expectations and is very calm as a coach.
Yeah,
He doesn't lose his
yeah,
head, he doesn't get angry. He knows when
yeah,
to win and he knows how to do it on the international stage, which is
absolutely.
amazing to see.
Yeah.
The way I'm looking at this team, Marion, from my point of view, is everyone, the other teams, everyone else here in the Euros will want to beat France. They'll want to be the team that will beat France, but they also want to avoid France as well. So if they can avoid them, they will avoid them in the European Championship. So what I mean by that is when teams go into the group stages and if they get drawn against France, they won't want to play against them at all. They'll be very scared of them, they'll be very worried. So from the outside looking in, that's what it's like from our point of view, because they
Hmm.
want someone else to play France, or they'll want something like the Switzerland game when they lose on penalties, and then it will be very, very comfortable for the rest of the tournament. But the way I see it, I really need to think about how I don't think any defender, there are going to be very, very few defenders in the European Championships that can handle a front four of Dembele, Griezmann, Mbappe, and Giroud because they've been doing it for so many years together. They did it in the World Cup. They did it in
It's
the
true.
Euros together as well.
It's true.
They've got that experience and they're all serial winners. They've all won trophies. Mbappe nearly got a second World Cup. Two World Cups in two World Cups would have been incredible. c'est magnifique in a way, which is incredible. But the way I'm
But
looking at it,
I'm sorry to cut you, but since 2022 in Qatar, Mbappe wasn't very good in French team.
I saw the
Um,
game against Germany. He was very poor recently.
Horrible, and just he was very, very great against Gibraltar. So, three,
Gibraltar.
yeah, 3 goals against Gibraltar. So it's not an example, and it's that's why we are a little bit concerned in France. It's because the last game where Mbappe was great, it was against Argentina, and it's long time.
The way I'm looking at it now is Kylian Mbappe has agreed his move to Real Madrid. He's going to go there as a Real
Yeah,
Madrid player. So it's going to be unbelievable to see Kylian Mbappe, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, both teammates for club and for country.
yeah.
Do you think he's got what it takes to win the European Championships by himself as the attacker, Kylian Mbappe? What do you think?
I think Kylian Mbappe is not very. He's very good in France. 44 goals this season, so it's incredible. But the French football, Paris, but Lyon, Marseille, Monaco, and uh, it's not very good, unfortunately. So I know in Spain it will be another level.
Yes.
So yeah. So I know Kylian Mbappe is very, very good. He's a top player. He's fantastic. But I'm not sure he will be the best with Real. I'm
Oh,
not sure. I'm not sure because I know his personality and he's very he's a diva, and maybe it will be okay. But he's very different than Griezmann. I said about Griezmann, it's easily to work with him. Mbappe, he has a personality very
Mbappé vécu l'équipe exploitée, c'est et tout.
yeah,
There we
yeah.
go.
So
Just
Mbappe
like
is
at
little
PS.
bit
Yeah,
he's little bit um
he wants people
little
to
bit
work for him, basically, in the team.
absolutely,
Yeah.
and he has in Paris, he was very protect, because the Qatar and Parisian people, and he was like a
The
king. The
president as well.
president, Macron, yeah, the
How did
president
that
of
come about? Because they always see each other in like the dressing room and the end of the final, and he goes to
yeah.
dinner with them. Can you tell me a bit more about that? What do you know about that from what you've seen, Marion?
Yes, they talk about Olympics because the president Macron wants absolutely Kylian plays the Olympics in
Okay.
Paris. It's the obsession. So it's very important for him, for Macron, to keep, Mbappe. He's the peak of France,
Yeah.
and Qatar has many, 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 many companies here in France. So Qatar, Mbappe, it's very important. It's two brands, very important for France, like a little bit LVMH or things like that.
Le
So
garçon de l'affiche,
absolutely,
the
and
poster boy.
and it's very important for Macron to have Mbappe in Olympics here in Paris.
Would you be going to the Olympic Games as well for work or for just as a fan?
Oh, I am sure it will be fantastic because it's Paris. Like you lived that in London. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. It's a little bit the mess when we when we live in Paris, but we are happy. But it's the mayor of Paris. It's a little bit. She's a little bit difficult with us, but the I'm sure it will be incredible.
That's absolutely fantastic. And I think that's all of the main questions we've got to ask you today, Marion. So thank you very much for that. I've now got
Thank you.
three questions for
Yeah,
you at the end. So first of all, who will be the top scorer of the European Championships for you?
the top scores.
Top scorer, yes. Who will score the most in the Euros?
The top score, I don't know what is, sorry, I don't understand the question. I'm
That's
so
okay.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
but it's okay. That's okay, but it's a little bit annoying and a little bit boring for you because I don't, the
Uh,
score, what do you mean the score?
Meilleur buteur.
Ah, meilleur buteur. I'm so sorry. Ah, scored.
Yeah.
Sorry. Le meilleur buteur, maybe Phil Foden.
Phil Foden, top scorer. Ooh, I
I
like
will,
that
I will
shout.
try, I will try I will try it.
That's okay. I like that.
Phil Foden or Kylian.
Phil Foden or Kylian. Okay.
Phil
Uh,
or Kylian.
Meilleur joueur, best
The
player.
best player, why not Germans? German or Portugal or a middle in
Ronaldo.
Portugal or
Bruno Fernandes.
defense? Why not? Why
What
not? But
what team
no,
do you support?
I have an hesitation between Portugal, Germany, and England and France. So the best player, Kylian.
Kylian Mbappe. Nice.
Yeah,
And finally, who will win Euro 2024?
England.
All I'm saying is
England, I said to you, England first, Germany second, France three, or Portugal.
if England win the Euros and you've predicted it for me on my channel, on my platform, I don't know. I may just have to like send you some flowers or something because you predicted it and you manifested it, which is incredible. So I'll be very, very happy. I'm not confident, but I'm going up to Germany and I will be watching a couple of games there, which will be fantastic. Will you be going to watch the games as well? Will you be watching it from the studio? Will you be watching it from Germany? What's your plan for the Euro 2024, Marion?
I will work in TV and radio here in France, and unfortunately, I don't go to Germany for the moment.
For the moment,
Maybe things change. You know, for Qatar, I was in Qatar, and it was a surprise 3 days before. So we will see. But for the moment, I will work for radio here in France.
that's fantastic. I'm expecting you to
Yeah,
be in Germany, especially by working in such a big company out in France
yeah.
as well. So it'll be very fun to
Thank you,
see. So
thank you.
before we end, I want to say thank you very much to Marion for
No,
speaking.
thank you, and I'm very sorry for my horrible English. I'm sorry.
Ne t'excuse pas. Ne t'excuse pas.
Yeah.
No need.
No
Your
need to be
English
sorry.
your English is fantastic. So you've been
Thank
absolutely
you.
fantastic. Hopefully everyone who's listened to you have actually been inspired by the fact you're speaking in your second language, maybe your third language. I haven't even asked you that. But you're speaking so well in English for a
Thank
conversation with
you.
us about France. So
Thank you.
really, really pleased with what you've been saying about today. I've learned a lot more about French, especially about the uh Macron Mbappe relationship as well. Hopefully, Macron doesn't leave his post as the president of France, then move over to Spain to follow him there. That would be very worrying in terms of politics as well. But I want to know more about what our audience think. Hopefully, our audience can comment below exactly what they think about the French national team. Because, like I said, from the outside looking in, we're very scared of France and Mbappe, Griezmann, Tchouameni, Camavinga, amazing players. But from France, now it's a nice little way of learning more about it as well, which is fantastic. So this is great. Everyone, thank you very much for listening.
Thank
Marion,
you.
thank you very much for your time. Big pleasure speaking to you as always.
Thank
Have a
you.
lovely evening. Everyone, make sure you like, comment, and share with your favorite French people as well, because it would be great fun.
Thank you.
Take
Thank you
care,
very much.
and I'll see you later.
Thank you. Take care. Thank you very much.